Bonnie from Oh You're Lovely, where we carry the largest selection of wood flowers in the United States. I'm not even gonna have any teasers, except for there will be a will it work within the tutorial, which we've never done before, I don't think. So I'm gonna show you my tried and true technique, and then we're gonna try something together and see if it works. And I'm really excited to take you along on that journey. So let's roll the intro, and then I'll tell you what we're doing today. Welcome back to another tutorial, and today is all about the rainbow, and I'm not appropriately dressed. I should have wore like the most brightest dress that I own, which I have a couple. Y'all have seen them. I should have, but I didn't. I'm looking neutral compared to our project, which is all about the rainbow. We are doing the rainbow flowers. We've done this quite a few times on Facebook Lives. I think we have an Instagram tutorial saved as well, but we have never done it for YouTube. So I'm going to show you my favorite tried and true technique, and then we also are going to play around with some supplies and see if those work. So let's jump into it. The first up, I'm going to show you the colors that we're going to be using. I am going pastel. I am not going to be doing the primary rainbow. The other thing to note is you don't have to do this in a rainbow. You can pick whatever color store you have. You want to make a sunset flower, this is going to work the same way. You'll see. So I'm gonna show you the colors that we're gonna work with, and then we're gonna jump into it. The paint used for our rainbow flowers, our pink is Princess Pink by Anita's. The orange is Tawny Medium from Chroma Coat. The yellow is Folk Arts Lemonade. The green is Folk Arts Soft Apple. The blue is Chroma Coat Surfboard. And finally, the purple is Deco Art Americana in the color Purple Petal. All right, so we're gonna get started, and the secret to this particular technique is I like to use little medicine cups. Spoons work perfectly as well. Whatever works for you is gonna be just fine, but you just need something that makes it easy to pour the paint over the flower. Now, I love doing this technique with American Beauties in particular. I think it just really, it shows it so well. So we're gonna start with our Roy G. Biv. I just go in order, and I'm saying the words Roy G. Biv over and over again in my head to make sure that I'm in the right order. I'm gonna start at the center, and we're gonna pour it down, and then we're gonna dump out the excess into our larger container so that we don't waste paint. I used to dump it all in one container for some reason, and that's just silly and wasteful, and it was pointed out to me. And I went, oh yeah, that is, isn't it? So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go around in a circle. We'll probably speed up most of this. And then at the end, sometimes we have a little touch up. Again, I'm always starting at the center. Sometimes I'll skip the center. I have yet to have it turn really super muddy, but you can make that determination if you want. Also, having a paintbrush on hand is probably handy to get kind of down in those crevices if you're missing a spot. So there's always that option as well. I also don't do the backside for this, but you definitely could. All right, so we've got all of our colors around. And then what I do is I go back with my starting color and I just clean up those lines a little bit. Because normally the pink I don't put, or the first color, normally I don't put as much for some reason. I don't know why. I've noticed that about it. So then I just go back over the colors. Oh my gosh. Just cotton candy rainbow dreams. And we're gonna set that aside to dry for 24 hours like normal. I always move my flower to go to the right of the next color. You could go the opposite way though. That could be fun too. That's all I normally do. And then make sure to get that excess out because you don't want any paint kind of just sitting in there as you go to the next one. There you have it, another rainbow flower. Oh my gosh, I love making these. All right, my lovelies. So we've done the rainbow flowers the way that the tried and true method, how I've done it for quite a while now. But I was playing with some new craft supplies, in particular calligraphy ink, and we're gonna give it a go. This will be Will It Work mixed in with already I know this will work kind of tutorial. Could be fun, could be disastrous. Tune in, stay tuned, continue watching, and we'll see how it goes. So let's give this a go. This is a little different. So the first thing that we need to do is clean up our workspace. So I'm gonna do that real fast. We'll clear up all of the lovely, God, I love when I paint splatter all over this table. I know that's not what the person who sold me this table thought probably would happen, but there's something about paint splatters. That was hot glue I just chipped off there. There's something about paint splatters, just makes me happy, pitter patter my heart. Okay, surface is cleaned. Let me show you the supplies that we're gonna play with. So I put these in their own little box of like testers. So, wait, was this one of them? This might have been one of them. No, actually I think it was this one, maybe. This one's got glitter to it. I was just playing with with a paintbrush. Oh, those are the watercolors. Isn't that fun? So those were like hard pan watercolors. What we're gonna play with today though, because I didn't think I had the right tools for it. So I found these on Amazon, and they're flower inspired like colors too, which is super cute. So I don't know the colors. I can just base it off of the label on the front. There's nothing besides flower series in English. But it is calligraphy ink. So we're gonna need that. And then the other item we're gonna need, pipette bottles. Don't do that. That was for cinematic purposes only. Now I gotta clean this up. And then we'll give it a go and try. You know, it went better in my head than what it actually did. We'll see, maybe the footage is cool. All right, let's go. So I also grabbed a container for the ink to go into. The flowers, I'm thinking maybe for this test, something that's a little bit like flatter might be more ideal. So I've got Clara and I have Shasta. I think Shasta is gonna be the one that we're really gonna be able to see those color transitions. I also have a bottle of water to blend them out. And then the inks, I tried to get as close to a Roy G. Biv as possible. So red, this orange, I don't know if it's gonna show up very orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. I didn't do the indigo and violet difference. You could though, especially with these inks, there's a lot more like color variations, but I'm not gonna. And then to open these, it's a pain in the tuchus. Well then, I'll be right back. Let me open these off camera. They're really hard. I know y'all won't believe me because it was off camera, but it was only this one that was like the sassy little sucker. So we're gonna give each of these their own pipette so that we're not mixing the colors. These, I believe, may stain. I was working with a whole bunch of different art mediums over the weekend. Alcohol inks for sure stained my hands for a little while. I believe these do too, slightly. Not nearly as bad as the alcohol inks though. I still got some work to do with alcohol inks to make them work. And I have another artist friend that suggested something else. So we're gonna see if that material works better. All right, so I'm gonna start at the center like I did with the other. And we're just kinda getting that in there. And then I think what I'm gonna do Oh, fun. Okay. So that kind of spread everything around. It's gonna be interesting. So there is some transition, not huge. This is definitely, I know I said I wasn't gonna mix them, but I'm just gonna grab the yellow from there. Oh, sure, now it's gonna probably look orange. Oh no, that's yellow. Okay, good deal. I'm gonna create our own colors. So I want more orange there. And then by spraying it out, did you see that yellow then showed up? Okay, all right. And again, you guys, the pipette thing came to my brain. I have not even tested it, so we're doing this semi-live because I'm recording it. But yeah, so a little bit for some of these colors. I don't want to, the green is like intense, so I'm gonna just kind of get it in there. And that's, oh, don't make a muddy mess. Don't make a muddy mess. Green, dude, I'm gonna really saturate that. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do for the rest of these? We'll do that for the Shasta. The Shasta probably was a better one to start with. We're gonna wet the flower first before we put the oil, or the inks on. Because, just because. Because. I might be able though, with the wonderful world of color theory, be able to get that yellow and, whoops, I should have put that back in the bottle. That yellow and green to mix, or the blue and the yellow to mix. Do they make green? Or, I don't know, whatever. You know what I'm saying. Not loving this 100%, but we're getting somewhere, especially on the first dry run, test run. But will it work? And I don't like this purple, too dark. I'm gonna really dilute it. I'm gonna try to pick up a little bit more purple by the red. It's just making a muddy mess. All right, not ideal. It's okay, but it's not perfect. So let's try another way to do this. So we've got the Shasta. I have a feeling this kind of style flower might work a little bit better for this. Just a hunch. So let's see. So there's our flower. Whoops. I wonder if I should grab, that red was really intense. Let's grab a pink instead. Let's see if I can even open up the bottle. Okay. I don't know what this color is gonna look like. Are you kidding me? Oh, there we go. I was like, don't do this to me. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll see. I don't know that I like this color either, but. Along a little bit better. I think you can have a little bit more control. Let's grab a different green. I didn't like that last green. I have another one in here, which is a lighter green, kind of like a, showing a succulent. Again, ugh. Okay, so the one downfall for sure is these little caps are intense. Definitely think with a flower that you have a little bit more control over where the, like the petals are. Whoops, why do I do that? I don't know. You and me both. We're like, why is she doing that? Okay. We're gonna have to add some more pink at the end. It's already starting, or maybe we'll add that red. Okay, so now we've got, I did like that blue, and then we're gonna grab a different purple. So I didn't like that purple. We're gonna go with a lighter purple. That is more of a cobalt, so we don't want that. Okay, here we go. This shows lavender fields. We'll see what that purple looks like. That's almost giving, no purple. What's going on? What is the dealio here? We're gonna add the red to our orange. There, that's good. And then I guess we'll get that dark purple. Let me gonna grab a paper towel and we'll dampen it off. So that one's a little bit better. Definitely better than that one. So, I mean, it's play with it some more to make it work the way you want, but still pretty. And this will keep the petals super soft. There's a lot less like sitting on top of it versus when we do acrylic paint. So you won't really have to worry as much with like glycerin and things. How freaking fun was that? So here again is our pastel rainbow flowers. Oh my gosh. I love them so much. And then this one's still wet, our ink dried or ink dyed flowers. There's a learning curve. There's definitely a learning curve. It's probably gonna be dependent on the flowers that you use, but I think this could be really fun for like ombres and things like that. I think though you'll definitely wanna play around with it. Go slow because sludge does happen with this kind of stuff. It starts to all blend in. It could be one of those things if you really love the saturation and the kind of styling, because the ink definitely gives a different look to the flowers. It's a little bit more like washed, I want to say, and it just sits differently on the flowers than the craft acrylic paint, where the paint kind of sits on top of the flowers in some ways sometimes, unless they're super watered. It's like in a mix between craft acrylic paint and watercolor. It's kind of where it looks to me visually. It could be interesting though to let a full like area dry and then go into the next or layer that way. Could be a ton of fun. So if you guys play with the inks, I would love to hear your thoughts on how that goes. If you have any tips for me too about working with alcohol inks with the flowers, I'm all ears. I'm all ears. I love trying different craft materials and playing around with them. So all on board for that. So leave those in the comments if you'd like. If you're loving these videos, can't get enough, want to know when the next one goes live, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell to find out about the 150 style solo wood flowers along with craft supplies and greenery. Go to ohyourlovely.com. Y'all, I'm cleaning up my mess as we go. I think that's it. Oh no, it's not. Hey, if you love the flowers, want to give them a try, or they're like intrigued to you and you're like, what the heck are we all talking about over here? I have a coupon code. Use the code YouTube30 to get 30% off your first order. All right, that for sure is it. We'll see you next week for another tutorial. I'm Stephanie from Oh You're Lovely, and you, my friends, are absolutely lovely. Bye, guys.